going on vacation, everybody in society usually keeps in mind to go to the most important places, kind of like Las Vegas, Miami, Orlando. But you can find everything you find there in smaller places like Laughlin, Nevada. So first, I'll give you a brief history about Laughlin, and then I'll give you information about the attractions that you can find here and all what they've offered. Then I'll talk about the places that's nearby Laughlin. So, as I gave you a quick intro about Laughlin, Nevada, I will now talk about the history. So first, Laughlin came up around the 1940s, and at first it started as a small bar and casino, which the miners that were building the Davis Dam and also the gold and silver miners attended there. But after they finished building the dam, that's when the first bar and casino went bankrupt and it closed until a man named John Laughlin, which the city's named after him, came and he built the first casino there, which was the Riverside Resort. But the problem was that half of his family took most of the space there. And so as you can see, Laughlin started out very small, but then as it continued to grow, it got 10 times bigger. So now I'll talk about the attractions that you can find there. So Laughlin, as of right now, has about 9 casinos, and I go there about every year, once a year, with my family and friends. And as the older I get, I find more things to do, so it hasn't gotten boring, even though I go every year. So one of the best attractions that I love is probably the classic car collection. It's like a bunch of antique cars that they restore to the full potential they could. And they have it all in a big room, which the cars range from like the 1930s to now. Another one is probably the Colorado River, which all the casinos, whatever casino you stayed in there or hotel, you could basically walk to the river, and there you could swim, use jet skis, or do any other stuff, fishing. And so the great thing about the casinos is that each one offers different things, like the different room themes, different slot machines, they offer arcades, and the best thing about there is the different restaurants, because they have like huge buffets. It's like $20 and you go and eat whatever you want. I probably last an hour and 30 minutes just there eating. It's pretty fun. So, was I talking about how they offer different things? According to Judith Nye's article, The Black Mesa Syndrome, the Indian Lands Black Hole, she states that Laughlin pampers your every need. There's actually 3 movie theaters there, a little city like that. How there's outdoor pools, as you can see, and tennis courts, bowling alley, gyms, arcades for kids. There's a bunch of stuff for kids, adults. It's great. So even though Laughlin offers many attractions, you can also find way more around Laughlin. So as you can see, Laughlin is located it's located in Nevada, but it takes about 30 minutes to drive to California from Laughlin and drive to Arizona, another 30 minutes. But from Los Angeles, it takes about 4 to 5 hours to get to Laughlin. So better than traveling across the country, as you can find the same thing here. So the places that you can visit that's near Laughlin is called the Grand Canyon, and probably the closest one to it is probably Davis Dam, and several minutes away from Laughlin. It's a bunch of horseback riding, different trails, and a bunch of scenic areas that are great to visit. Probably not to a lot of them so far. So as you can see, Laughlin can offer plenty of fun and enjoyable events. So as society expects to visit the bigger places like Miami, as you can see, you can find the same amount of pleasure and fun activities to places that are close by and not well known. So as I gave you a brief history about Laughlin, I gave you information of all the attractions you can find there and the nearby places to go. Just so when you're thinking of going on vacation, just don't think about what social media posts of all the big places, most expensive places. You can also find several places that are close by and more, you can enjoy them.